Hi, I'm Shaun Ostrowski, and today I'll be talking about who I interviewed for my comp presentation. I interviewed my soccer coach, Rob Dallas, to get a better understanding of what it was like to be a head coach. I did this because my minor, I'm looking to be sports management. So I realized that being a head soccer coach isn't all it's told to be. It's not as easy, it's a lot of work that goes into it, very time consuming. The job itself could take hours a day, could take weeks, long time process. I interviewed Dallas and asked him a couple questions about coaching and what it's like and his path, how he knew he was going to be a head coach, a whole bunch of things. With this, he gave me great answers, taught me a lot, told me a lot of good things I wanted to hear, a lot of things that I was nervous about. It was a great interview, I'd have to say. For his experience, he told me that he wanted to be a coach for a while. He knew that with soccer, he wasn't going to take it to the next level, to the pros. He played in college, and he knew right there and then that's where he was going to stop and try and pick something else up with sports. That's kind of where I want to go with my path, or look into if my major doesn't work out, maybe go into coaching for a minor. So this interview helped out a lot with that. Rob Dallas is a great guy, good coach, taught me a lot, is still teaching me a lot, making players improve every day. He's a great coach to have. One thing that I learned from him is that it's all about time. With time comes great things. Dallas was head coach last year and assistant coach 8 years before that. Last year was his first year as head coaching. We started out 2-5-1, ended up going 12-7-2. Went to the CSAC championship, won that, and then played a NCAA tournament game and lost in penalty kicks. That's a pretty great first season for a head coach, and we're looking to rebound for that after that and do well. One thing that he told me was that his brand. I asked him what his brand was for soccer and for a head coach, and he told me it's not about playing or doing this or that. It's about the experience of just being on a soccer team for a college level. And that taught me a lot, that it's something special to just play soccer and be on a team like this for 4 years, 3 years, 2 years of college. So I thought that was pretty interesting that Dallas shared that and thought that that was his brand, nothing like special, just the experience. Dallas told me that being a coach is a very stressful job. He has 2 kids and a wife that understand his job, his life, what he has to do to be a head coach, the recruiting he has to go through, days where he'll be up till 2 o'clock in the morning after a tough loss, days where we'll get a good win and he'll be really happy about it. So he told me that being a head coach is a very stressful job and takes a toll on seeing his family and being a father figure. So, I mean, that was one thing that kind of stumbled upon me that I was just like, I'm not too sure about. And so I thought the interview went well. He taught me a lot of good things that I'd like to take into further considerations of if I want to be a head coach for soccer or any other sport. So, I mean, it was a pretty good interview. It was about 10 minutes that I interviewed him. And he told me that he looks for, when he's recruiting, for hard workers, great athletes, know what to look for, stuff like that. So I thought that was pretty interesting and gave me a good lesson on what it's like to be a head coach and the processes that it takes. And one thing he told me is that just be very patient. If you have the job interview, it might not matter to what your credentials are, but just stick with it, and hopefully you'll get the job, which happened with him. He was against guys that had great resumes, and he didn't really have a good resume. He was assistant coach, and that was about it. And he got the job for Cabrini College and kept the chemistry with the team and the coaches, so that was pretty interesting for him, and hopefully we get some luck this season and seasons to come.